This is called Venus. Skybound. The great natural bodies to coalesce patterns of pressure together. Contact. Heat. Touch here, sweeping sheets across gusts, shrinking textures of skin as clouds, taking celestial rounded rounds. Tethered. Stay high. In clouds. Surface never that place where I would die by pressure in degrees. That's not actually about Venus. It's probably about drugs. Kind of like this one. Something and someone. It feels like stop. Something about it feels like stop. Something about it feels. Something about it feels, pushing me on, pulling along this hot machine, the articulate, painted mache shell, me, imprinted with a grin but chanting reasons to drunk stumbling walks of hot air, again. Something about it feels, but I couldn't name how it feels, other than I must feel it back, seek it back, wither back to it, name it back, shapely to it, and press the pieces of myself in again. Something about it feels, and it reminds me of how you feel. Slowly, fingers twirling through hair, skin a soft layer, so much aglow. A warm water moment of love, slipping, love as you deny it, rushing through us, away from us, away again. Something about it feels even when I don't want it to, even when I dream of elsewheres, only stopping feeling in numbness, only stopping feeling in the first moment of the new day again. Something stop. The something never stops. Something else stops resisting. The somethings push on and the somethings pull along. Darkness or numbness, the something is the other one. The one that always cold finger cups my face and assures me I'm still starving. And I stumble into 7 a.m. sunrise clarity. At best, the something could fill my shell, not with our goods of the darling Sodom by the sea, sin and absinthe and white light, but with itself incarnate, its essence, sentient black dust and armor, make me a black knight dead to all for life and your honor, your body, your forgiveness. At worst, the something could stain my veins with the glories of Sodom, hollow stomach and empty pipe veins never full, satisfaction and rest and ease, and the something and nothing making me your incubus, unknowing your pain, your disintegration, your rage. The something never stops, but sometimes, like now, staring out into a blue-skied mission, the something fades, and I have a cleaner clarity. I name it and forget about addiction. I change it and resting on hope, hope that instead, I have a future with you. MDMA machine. Inside, not fine line, but coarse line, rind taste in place of dawn. Wince, why wince? Water line up, one non and an on and on, see, and then out. Air, walk to it there, for song sing, soul sing, ends. Fur. No fur, but skin fair, slow sung, soul love, soul love. That's David Bowie. These are fragments, and I'm not going to read them all, so it doesn't have a title. Let's title it, though. It's weird to not have a title. So someone tell me a number. Just 79, 79 followers. I ran into her in a somewhere, and then spotted her with a someone. Blonde and blue, sweater vest, haircut. Fuck the better man. I've got plans and plans to make him no one. Cries. Try. Take all of her. Will we pine for the first bland white guy to die of yellow fever? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an option. It's the freedom of choice. So there are 3 things here I could read. No, there's 3. And you get to choose one. One is about sobriety, one is about alcohol, and one is about the news.
Alcohol.
The news. Alcohol. Jesus, guys, come on. I know we're writers, but that's a little much. Don't you think? Okay, so this is the news. This is called villain speech. All news, 24, always on. School shooting today, 17 monkeys, meth machine guns are answerable. Marilyn Manson has details. Meanwhile, in D.C., committee cocaine on blah, blah, blah. Policies has stalled. Colombians are responsible. Millions of lives in tubes from yesterday's news. The president persisted in cutting ruts over cuts. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, We're frankly living here with a president who persists in cutting the ruts over the cuts which had been cut through the tradition and the takes of our founding fathers, their cuts raising the ridges of every living, breathing American with deep ruts, resistible to the great bi-party culture war. Sometime, such cuts over ruts or the cut ruts before the cuts, or rage-ridding cuts, it's made on this program. The extremists, the far emotionalists, the anti-exceptionalists rise up to diminish me and my program again, and there's a reason they're doing that. So let's take it step by step. I hope that you, not being a stepping stone drone dead in a Stanford swimming pool or an emotionalist fool, will see plainly that this president is a failed president, having once failed once and then failed better again. The ruts of this country, never having failed better again, are at last being eroded. The deep ruts to the cuts to the ridges need. Christmas is dead. Do you like Christmas? Do you like presents? This president would cut presents with such a precedent for cuts. And that's the last word. But in other news, a wily little squirrel with a grudge and a giant cudgel crushed and not cuddled, hostage freed, and at last another child born, missing everything, has received nothing. Resuscitation was useless. All News 24, always on. I don't really like the news. So this is the last one. This is called Saturn and Mars on departing. Our transit's intransitive, gravity insensitive to what we've become. Soon, sad, said, distance and time, other kind, low-sung longing, ruthless chemistry. In the end it made the we, the endless, orbits endless, swing us apart, sun's rounded noose, feckless cold. And I again, I miss you now, and how the years I will wait. Thanks.